Ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes, citizens all, welcome to my page, welcome to my channel. Hello, hello. I figured I'd run around a little bit today in a rented MISC core. I have a personal mission. I plan to redeem this ship. I personally kind of trashed it not too long ago when I realized that it got nerfed. I mean, they reduced the amount of cargo that it carries, and that sucks because I mean that ticked me off because I really dig this ship. I love the way it's built. I love the way it looks, but it just doesn't have it's missing that je ne sais quoi. It's missing. It's just it's missing a little pepper. You know, even like the Auroras have some playability. You know, so you can tweak an Aurora. You know, you could put more weapons on certain ones. Like I have an LX, and it has 4 hard points. So I can play with that. You know, the LN has 4 hard points. In fact, it has 2 2 size 2s that you can gimbal, which is cool. But I mean, I just really want this core to be an awesome starter ship. I really do. So I just decided to play devil's advocate, go ahead to Electronic Access and drop some creds and rent this baby and take it on a cargo run to Daymar and see how it handles. Honestly, so far, it does not bode well in the atmosphere. It's almost as wobbly as an M50. I think that's probably a bug. I mean, considering the wingspan that it has, but it's a vertical wingspan, so something with a vertical wingspan will have some serious drag on it. It will have a heavy pitch, but I mean, other than that, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I just have a mission. I just want to redeem this ship. I really do, because I know some people, some backers have this ship, and I have my eye on a Reliant sim. I was originally going to get it, but I decided not to get it for now because I want to wait for the ship to actually come out and see what the finished product will look like before I decide to pledge for one. So the funds I was going to put toward that, I just put toward the character. There you go. So I mean, but I like the look of the ship, and I was interested in the core until I got my hands on an Avenger, and it was game over. So I wanted to try this ship one last time, man. I mean, and just take it out and just run it through its paces. Do a cargo run and put a full load in it, see how it handles. And it's I really haven't come across any problems so far in the PU. Well, what I mean by problems, I'm talking about like aggressive players, well, PvPers, or some people call them PKs, player killers. They just camp out certain areas and try to nuke you when you land or something like that. But I did have a problem with a guy who was flying a caterpillar, and since he couldn't shoot within the armistice zone, he was using his ship as a baseball bat to swat at ships as they came in to land, and he knocked the crap out of a freelancer and wedged it in front of in front of this particular building on Daymar, where you can go in there and do cargo transactions, and nobody can get in there. So the poor guy in the freelancer was stuck. He didn't want to die because he didn't want to have to respawn his ship again. So he was begging somebody to help knock him loose so he can go home. It was funny, but I've taken the ship out. Aside from it not having a HUD, I think that's a bug. But in spaceflight, if you look, when you watch the video, you notice there's no HUD up there that's telling me what my velocity is, what my altitude is, or speed. None of that's up there. So you just have a little reticle up there, and that's it. That's a bug. because that can be a problem because I don't know exactly how fast I'm going, so I had to guesstimate my speed and slow down as I grew closer to my objective. And here you can see a full cargo bay, which isn't bad. So you can walk right there in the middle, and it's I think this is it's got 3 SEU in it. So I mean, and SEU was a lot. That's one thing I can say that one standard cargo unit is an awful lot. One standard cargo unit has 100 smaller units in it. That's an awful lot. That is an awful lot. So I mean, so you can make a nice haul in this little ship. So for all you core owners, hey, you got love, man. I'm not hating on you. As a matter of fact, just keep on doing what you're doing, man. Keep on flying it and make it work. Make it work. I just see how it takes off. I just don't like the way it flies, man. It makes me feel nervous. I just don't like that. it was just like when I was flying the M50 in atmosphere, which tripped me out because, like in the racing game, you're on a planet in atmosphere or whatever. But I mean, it was just like when I was flying the M50 and I hit the atmosphere. That poor ship felt like it was about to flip over. I mean, literally flip over, head over heel. I mean, it was just going to this crazy dead spin, and that's what the core feels like when I enter atmosphere with it. It feels like it's about to go into a spin. So you really gotta keep an eye on your pitching and yaw and keep your ship straight or whatever. And it I see, as you can see, that there's no HUD. So you have no way of telling how fast or how slow you're going, or how high up you are. That's again. I reported that to the issue council, and I haven't seen anybody else report that, which was interesting. But I don't think I guess there aren't that many core owners. But I mean, I love the look of this ship. Look at this ship. It's a beautiful, beautiful ship. It's well made, But it's just. Of course, you could put a weapon on the end, the size 3. You could put a size 3, gimbal on there, and put a gimbal size 2 on there. I mean, I've done it before with a mantis. I put a mantis on the end of a core. That was odd looking. I got a lot of attention at Port Alizar. Anytime I took off in the core with the mantis on the end, folks were stopping. It was like, what the hell? What does he think he's going to do with that thing? But I mean, you can play with this and find yourself a loadout that works. Even though I am not a fighter pilot, and most of you aren't fighter pilots, I know. So this ship wouldn't phase you in the least. You can take it and fly it, and you can make a nice chunk of change in it. So again, I am on a mission to redeem this ship. It's got a lot of potential, and I'm still wondering if it's going to be modular like the Avenger series. Because in the Avenger you can swap out models, the modules between like the Stalker, the Titan, and the what's the EMP guy, the Warlock. You can swap those out. So literally, if you have one ship, you got all of them. So I'm wondering if if it'll be the same thing with the Reliant. If you guys have a core, then you could swap out certain modules. Like if you want like a SIN module in the back there, you can sacrifice the cargo and put a SIN module back there. Or if you have the Mako for like the news van thing, you can swap out the module for that. I mean, I think that would be really cool if you could do that with a core. And as you can see, having a signed landing pad, and some nice guy decided to keep it warm for me, so I had to squeeze in next to him. Because if you land on a pad that hasn't been assigned to you, you get a minor crime stat for that. So that's illegal parking, literally. So I just kind of squeezed in next to this guy, and he probably got a crime stat for sitting in my parking spot. Such is life. But I am going to redeem this ship. I'm going to make it a point to redeem this ship. As a matter of fact, I might just pledge one and just say, hey, I got one, and take it out there because I made a good run with this ship. I made a nice little haul. This is the only run I made with the core. So I did this one and recorded it in case I came across any bugs, like I did with the HUD. But I went back out and did 2 more cargo runs, and I pulled it a nice haul. I made close to 50,000 creds, just in a few hauls with this little bitty ship. So I mean, yeah, you could be all right with this one. Just like I said, I just wouldn't like. Don't purposely go into combat with it. Don't embarrass yourself. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But what you can do is you can rig it to protect yourself. So put a pair of neutron cannons on there to kill shields, whatever, and maybe on the end there, if you're not using the tractor beam that's supposed to come with this ship, you could put yourself a repeater on the end for a little pew pew, and just chase off the guy. But I don't want to hate on this ship anymore. I'm not going to hate on this ship no more. I'm just going to leave it alone, because now that I've been able to go into this game and do some runs and make some credits, now I see ships a little differently. I see cargo capacity a little bit differently now, and I have to reconsider this ship as a decent starter. So I am going to redeem this ship. I'm going to redeem it. I'm going to give it a free pass. I mean, because I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, it's a garbage ship. I'm not going to do that anymore. Because, again, the new play mechanics change. It changes the outlook on all the ships now. So everything that carries cargo or whatever, I have to look at it differently. And this ship can make a nice little chunk of change. And it's not one of those hot commodity ships, I mean, because you know what you're doing when you see, what someone's doing when you see a freelancer pull up. Okay, somebody's going to make some money. You know that. When you see like a cutlass pull up, you most definitely know when you see a caterpillar or you see a starfarer pull up, somebody's fitting to make a killing, and they're going to come in and blow that ship up, right? But you look at a little bitty dinky core. I mean, look at the core like, oh man, that's small potatoes. I don't nobody care about that ship. So you can literally just go in there, sneak in there, do your thing, and come on back out. Make you some money. So there you go. The core, okay, it's a starter ship. You can play with it a little bit, and you can definitely make some money with it. Can you start the game with it? Yeah. Yes, you can. You could definitely start the game with just this ship. Do your hustle on the side, and then earn some good money. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It will not be the combat ship that you want, because some of you guys like the pew-pew action. No problem. You could use this ship to earn good creds, to get something with a little more punch. Or, if the ship turns out to be modular, you can add like a Tana. What's it? The Tana module. Because I know the Tana is the fighter variant of this ship. And I want to know how that's going to work out. I just can't see a Reliant as a combat ship. Can you? I really just don't see it as a combat ship. An explorer ship, sure. Cargo ship, barely. I mean, yeah, but you could do it with a cargo ship. But I could definitely see this as a deep space scout ship, or a search and rescue ship. Because you could probably put a little medical bay back there, a little medical bed where they could squeeze in there and lay down. You could probably do that. But I just can't see this as a combat ship. But in any case, this is a starter ship, and it should be on your radar if you don't have a ship yet. If you're still riding the fence about Star Citizen, you're not sure if you're ready to pledge and jump in there, let me encourage you to just find yourself a good starter ship, man. Pledge it, get that package, and oh, by the way, use my friend code. Please do. If you use the code that I supply at the end of this video, you'll get hooked up, and I'll get hooked up. We'll both get hooked up, and we'll both be happy. How about that one? So, yes, put this back on the list for starters, and rent it and check it out for yourself. I mean, just take it out for a couple of runs. Just go on to Electronic Access and rent one for 7 days, and just do what I do. Just take it out there and do a few things with it. Just don't do no fighting with it. Just don't fight with it. Please don't. Don't do that. You want to get embarrassed. Don't do that. But everything else, like looking for like missing crew members, that kind of stuff, yeah, you can do that. And you can most definitely do cargo runs with this ship. Make some good money. So I'm out of here. I'm done. and I'm gonna get me a glass of wine, lay down, and watch the news. So thank you for watching this, and I will see you guys later.